The Premier League season may be nearing its end, but behind the walls of Old Trafford, a different kind of countdown has begun. Not to a trophy, not to a final, but to a farewell. Al Hilal have made it official. A formal bid, a meeting with the agent. No more rumors. They want Bruno Fernandes, and they want him now. Not next season, not in 6 months, but before the Club World Cup kicks off. The timing is no accident. The Saudi giants know exactly what they're doing. They see a club under pressure, a squad in transition, a captain carrying too much weight, and they're ready to strike, offering riches and relevance to a player who's given everything, but may no longer fit the future. Inside Manchester United, it's a bombshell. Not because the bid came, but because of what it represents. Bruno Fernandes has been more than a playmaker, more than a leader. He's been the last beating heart of an era that promised revival, but never delivered. He arrived to save the post-Ronaldo years. He fought through managers, systems, and chaos. He bled for the badge when others disappeared. But now, even that isn't enough. Ruben Amorim is building something new, something precise, ruthless, tactical. A 3-4-2-1 machine that doesn't orbit around a single star, but around systemized control, discipline, positional mastery. And for all of Bruno's brilliance, questions remain. Does he still fit? That's the dilemma. Keep the captain and risk compromising the system, or let him go and reshape the club with the funds of a blockbuster deal. Al Hilal know United are vulnerable. Financial rules tightening, a squad needing fresh blood, wages bloated, pressure mounting. They aren't just offering money, they're offering an exit strategy. One that could fund 2, maybe 3 top-level signings before preseason even begins. United's board hesitates, not out of nostalgia, but out of fear. Selling Bruno means handing over not just a leader, but an identity. To the fans, he is still the soul of this broken team. Letting him go will spark fire. But keeping him might delay the rebuild Amorim was brought in to deliver. In private, the manager has already begun to plan for both outcomes. The captain, the heartbeat, the last warrior, still bleeding red when others had given up. It wasn't just interest, it was a statement, a number too large to ignore. Saudi gold, knocking at United's door, offering a future that could clear debts and fund signings in one swift motion. The board hesitated. Fans were torn. But Amorim, he stayed silent, watching, calculating. He respected Bruno deeply, his fight, his leadership, his moments of magic in the darkest nights. But this was no longer about legacy. This was about fit, system, vision. The 3-4-2-1 needed more than passion. It needed precision. And if Bruno couldn't anchor that system, then even a captain could be sacrificed. The reality was this: no one was sacred. In a single season, Amorim had made it clear, only 4 players were untouchable. Everyone else, even those once seen as cornerstones, were now assets. Bruno Fernandes, the face of post-Ronaldo United, was suddenly a decision, a big one. And the club stood at a crossroads, to hold on to the past or to finance the future. And so, behind the scenes, the club weighs every angle. Amorim, ever the tactician, already has alternatives. He knows who can replace the role, if not the man. He knows what this money can buy. He knows what this sacrifice can unlock. The decision now is emotional for the fans, but for the manager, it's surgical. Meanwhile, Fernandes waits. He's not pushing for an exit, but he's not closing the door either. The meeting with Al Hilal was real. The interest is mutual. A decision must come quickly before the Club World Cup deadline. If Bruno stays, the system bends slightly, but not fully. If he leaves, Amorim goes all in. Total control. A midfield restructured, a new creative core. Younger legs, sharper transitions. No compromises. Either way, the squad will look radically different by the time the second season kicks off. Because this isn't just about Bruno. This is about the direction of Manchester United. A club that once ruled by legacy is now making decisions by logic. Bruno Fernandes stands at the crossroads of two eras. To stay is to adapt. To go is to ignite the rebuild. And for Al Hilal, the deal is there. The door is open. The money is on the table. All that remains is a signature. The question is no longer if Manchester United will change. It's how much they're willing to sacrifice to make it happen. Bruno Fernandes supports Paul Pogba after fresh comeback update amid Man United return claim. Latest Manchester United news with an update on Paul Pogba as speculation continues to rise on his future. Paul Pogba has offered an update on his future as he continues his bid to return to professional football. The former Manchester United midfielder has not played a single minute of competitive action since September 2023, after he was banned for testing positive for the substance DHEA. Initially, the Frenchman, 32, was banned for 4 years, which would have all but ended his career. However, on appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sport, his suspension was reduced to 18 months. Despite this, Pogba's contract at Juventus was terminated in November, and he has been without a club since. He was free to return to training in January before being able to make his return to action in March. However, Pogba is still a free agent, and his long-term future is uncertain. There has been tentative talk around him moving back to United for a third spell, while several other European clubs have been linked. In February, Luis Saha insisted that Pogba should return to United and that he would have him back in a heartbeat. At this stage, Pogba doesn't look to be in a rush to solve his immediate future, and the ex-United and Juventus man appeared to provide an update in an Instagram post on Sunday evening. Alongside a video of Pogba working on the training field, he said in a caption, "Trust the process, give it time." In the comments to Pogba's post, United captain Bruno Fernandes sent his former teammate a message. He said, as translated into English from Portuguese, "Ace," alongside a star eyes emoji. Last month, Pogba gave a more detailed look on his future and admitted that he has got offers on the table, even if he would prefer to take his time and consider his next move. Speaking to GQ magazine, Pogba said, "Today, there are offers, coming from all over." When quizzed on where the proposals have come from, Pogba added, "From all over. I want to see what suits me best, because I'm in a crucial period of my life and career. It's a decision I'm going to take the time to consider." While it's not his firm focus in the short term, Pogba hinted that he's eyeing up a stunning return to France's national team, no matter what club he plays for. He has not played for Didier Deschamps' side since March 2022, when he featured during a 5-0 win over South Africa. "First, I need to get back into my rhythm," said Pogba when asked about playing for France again. "In the national team, it's not really the club that matters. André Pierre Gignac was in the team when he played in Mexico. N'Golo Kante came back while he's in Saudi Arabia. It'll depend on me." The former Manchester United midfielder, now 32, has not set foot on a professional pitch since September 2023, when a failed drug test revealed the presence of DHEA, a banned substance that threatened to end his career. The fallout was swift: an initial 4-year ban, his Juventus contract terminated in November, and an uncertain future hanging over a once world-class career. But Pogba is not one to fade quietly. His appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport led to his suspension being reduced to 18 months, reopening the door to redemption. Since January, he's been training. By March, he was cleared to play, and though still a free agent, the Frenchman has made it clear he's not done yet. In a recent Instagram post, Pogba shared a short video of himself training, lacing up boots under a grey sky, his body moving with familiar purpose. The caption read simply, "Trust the process. Give it time." It was the kind of message that hinted at quiet determination, not desperation. Among the flurry of comments, one stood out, a note of support from Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes. Writing in Portuguese, Fernandes called Pogba an ace, punctuated with a star-eyed emoji. It was a brief, warm message, but a meaningful one. In a sport often known for short memories, Fernandes' gesture reminded fans that Pogba still commands respect among his peers. The speculation of a return to Manchester United, while still far from concrete, has continued to buzz. Louis Saha, a former Red Devil himself, added fuel to the conversation in February, saying he would welcome Pogba back in a heartbeat. But Pogba, for now, remains in no rush. In an interview with GQ magazine, he confirmed that offers are on the table, from all over, but that he's choosing patience over urgency. "I'm in a crucial period of my life and career. It's a decision I'm going to take the time to consider," he said. What Pogba makes clear, however, is that club football isn't his only ambition. His eyes are still set on representing France. He hasn't worn the blue shirt since March 2022, during a 5-0 win over South Africa.